I got a call from a very familiar face that needed my help. My brother-in-law, who is not the famous YouTuber WhistlinDiesel.
I look nothing like that guy.
I know. That's why I said you are not WhistlinDiesel.
That never gets old.
I know that we're funny, but will the internet understand how funny we are?
Only if they're not fools.
This is a header. Well, not all of this. This is actually a fat guy with a board. This is a header. A header is a structural framing member that carries the load over openings like doors and windows, anywhere you can't run full height stud. In this case, the client wanted to open up this wall between two rooms to create a bigger, more open living space. So the plan is to take this existing 12-foot header and move it up about 8 inches. The first step is to figure out if this wall is load bearing. It is. Actually, this used to be the exterior wall of a 1971 double wide trailer. So we know that this header is doing some serious work. Anytime I'm demolishing a load-bearing wall, I always build a temporary support wall a few feet away right under the roof trusses. That way, when this header comes out, the load has somewhere to go. For this setup, a simple temporary wall with 2x4 studs cut to length does the job perfectly. Now, if this were a larger home with, let's say, multiple stories above it, I would be putting a lot more thought and engineering into that support structure. So don't skip that step on bigger jobs. Looking at the original framing, this 2x6 header, it's fine, it did the job, but I don't think it would meet code today. And with how long this span is, we need to up it to a 2x8. So even for the 1970s, I expect it to be a little better. The king studs are actually split at the window height, which means they're not actual king studs. They're just load-bearing nightmares. And that's a problem because the king studs are supposed to carry the load from the header all the way down to the bottom plate. But by the time we're done, this is all getting rebuilt to modern standards. It's gonna be rock solid. We're upgrading from 2x6s to 2x8 for extra strength across the span. Doing staples instead of nails, holding this old house together. Here you can see me installing the new king studs. These are solid all the way up, all the way down, and they're going to be a very sturdy, very strong, long-lasting way to transfer loads from the new header we're about to put in down to the floor. Now, I measure and cut the new header boards. Normally, I'd sandwich a 1/2-inch piece of OSB or plywood between them to match standard wall thickness, but since this wall is thicker than normal and everything's getting buried inside of it, it's not really necessary here. Then I fasten everything together with screws, probably a little overkill with the decking screws I'm using, but I like knowing it's not going anywhere, and that's what I had on the truck. Now, we lift the new header into place, lining the bottom up with the previous header we installed. As it turns out, it's almost a perfect fit. I didn't anticipate that, but there's no room for cripples above it. So we drove in some shims and hammered them into place, tightening everything up nice and snug. And just like that, we've got a brand new opening. Now, these clients, which if I'm being honest, is just my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, they're gonna be able to host grand parties and have us over all the time for all the free food that I can eat. For the sake of stirring the pot, I will proclaim that this is the only true way to relocate a header in a load-bearing wall. And nobody on the internet has any better insight, I'm sure.
All right, so we've got this wall open. Why did you want that?
The biggest thing was because there's 2 separate rooms here, and we were either in this room or in that room, and whenever we had people over, we could never talk to them. So having one big room, not that we throw a lot of parties, but one big room means we can talk to people and everybody can hear each other.
All right, so we've gotten this far. This clearly isn't the end. What's next?
We are going to drywall, so we have to drywall the ceiling and the walls in here. This whole room was 1970s and it's a trailer, so there's a lot of work to be done. And this was originally a window that we took out, so it'll be really nice to have everything look like it's from this century.